Tama ba? Tama ba yung ano? Tama ba guys? Tama ba? Creamline muna? Ate Reds, tama ba? Sino mauna? Sige, sige.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our officials for this match. Our first referee, Herbert Matematico, Asian International Referee. Our second referee is Joy De Imus, National Referee. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Center from the Far Eastern University, #1, Kyle Negrito. Middle blocker from the National University, #5, Risa Sato. Opposite hitter from De La Salle University, #7, Michelle Gumabao. Middle blocker from the Ateneo de Manila University, #14, Bea De Leon. Outside spiker from FEU, #19, Bernadette Pons. Outside spiker from Adamson University, #23, Gemma Galanza. Starting libero from FEU, #11, Kyla Atienza. And the head coach for Creamline is Sherwin Meneses. And now the starters for Strong Group Athletics Corporation. Outside spiker from Jose Rizal University, #14, team captain Dolly Versosa. Middle blocker from the University of Perpetual Health System Delta, #5, Ellie Septenia. Opposite hitter from the Far Eastern University, #7, Justine Rebleza. Center from Enderon College, #9, Chomsi Kaole. Outside spiker from Technological Institute of the Philippines, #11, Shika Espinosa. Middle blocker from Lyceum of the Philippines University, #17, Joy Onofre. Starting libero from the College of St. Benil, #3, Mel Romero. Head coach for SGA is Onyok Getigan. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is Creamline versus Strong Group Athletics. This is the PVL, the heart of volleyball.
We have some interesting changes in the starting lineup for Creamline. It's Risa Sato, Bea De Leon, Michelle Gumabao, and Bernadette Pons joining Kyla Atienza, Kyle Negrito, and Gemma Galanza. Maybe a different dynamic for today as they face the usual starters for Strong Group Athletics: Onofre, Sebdenia, Espinosa, Kaole, Romero, Rebleza, and of course, Dali Verzosa, the team captain of SGA. The Athletics are looking for their first win in our All-Filipino Conference, while Creamline is looking to solidify itself even more in our team standings. Thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez at your service with Noreen Go and Sam Corrales. Sam and Noreen already mentioned the word dream for today for SGA. Again, can you just imagine if they can pull off an upset versus our defending champions as we begin with a service ace for Creamline.
Yeah, and I like how innocent really, and authentic the comments are. It's coming from the players that, they're so happy to be here. They used to watch these players and now they're playing against them. So it's from them that, they're living the dream.
But now that they're sharing the same court with Creamline, they're going to have to step up as Galanza sends the ball through. Kaole back sets. Rebleza couldn't score. The counter for MG. Down the line, Espinosa keeping it alive. Dolly Versosa straight to the back row. Jesus putting it up. And here's Gemma Galanza. Nice rally.
Good rally to start the game.
Versosa with the cross. Ella with the dig. Back row for Pons with the tip. And that's it. Creamline gets its second points.
I mean, we know Bernadette Pons normally comes off the bench as well, like Michelle Gumabao. But look at how smart this player is. She already knew where to put it from the back row. So that's how deep the bench of Creamline is.
Bernadette Pons had 5 points coming off the bench in the previous outing of Creamline. Again, everybody but their setters and liberos scored. As Cerdenia finally gets strong group on board. And now let's have Sam Corrales on board as well.
Speaking of the bench, Michelle Gumabao came off the bench in their last game and produced 10 points. And MG told me back in the dugout, it's so important to stay confident when you have this role. Usually coming off a double sub, MG said she needs to expect the opportunity and make the most of it, whether she is able to put up points or not. After all, according to MG, they rotate players more this conference, so they all support whoever is seeing action on the court. And that starts with showing up in practice and making sure teams don't catch them off guard, since they are the team to beat. Catch this and more in the Filipinas Live app for 149 pesos a month. Back to you, Migs and Noreen.
You have to love that mindset. Because if you're a part of a championship team, of course, you have a deep roster. You can expect a healthy competition among the players, but also being ready to take on that role. Being a part of that double sub for MG, she's been magnificent.
Oh, yeah. We talked about it in the pre-game, and, you know, her mindset in every match. And, you know, last conference, was it last conference or a few conferences ago? I remember they interviewed Tots Carlos because they have the same position.
Yes.
If Tots plays the opposite, and Tots said it's Michelle Gumabao is actually helping her, teaching her, mentoring her. So, I mean, it's really such a good community or a good organization talking about Creamline.
Well, we did have a video that basically explained how MG's being a mommy to her teammates as Bernadette Pons scores again. This spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin. Pasalubong ng bayan, down the line target for Bernadette Pons.
It actually looked like it was going out. However, yeah, they gotta hand it that.
Here's Bea De Leon. Serving that ball in. Verzosa receives. Shika Espinosa with a cross.
You see the attitude right now of a strong group. They're fighting, which is what you want to see. They have to get over that fact that, okay, we're living the dream. We kept talking about it earlier. But now it's business. You know, it's a game and you want to win. You're an athlete.
They were supposed to be only 1 point down, but because of that point by Bernadette Pons, the lead is back up to 2 for Creamline. She's off to a great start.
Yeah, very aggressive, very active at the start of the first set. But we also have to mention Migs, no? Coach Sherwin, right now, I think because it's early in the conference, he's checking what different, you know, rotations he can use because of the depth of the bench of Creamline. So you're seeing a lot of, you know, there are people not playing today, there are people playing this game, and he's trying to see what combination he can use.
There you see Eliza Valdez. She is in uniform.
Yeah.
So let's see if she will be inserted by Coach Sherwin. That's another thing. As SGA gets some coverage, Verzosa from the back. A good chance for Creamline. Slide. That goes wide for Risa Sato.
Well, that hit was actually intimidated by the net. It was pretty near the net, so you can see Risa Sato's follow through pretty tight there.
Risa Sato getting the start over Pangs Panaga. And for those of you who are wondering where she is, later on we'll hear more from Sam Corrales about that.
If you're wondering, we are too.
We are too. Espinosa finds the line.
Well, you talked about a great start by Bernadette Pons. What about Espinosa for strong group? Look at that cross.
Shika actually has done all positions except setter.
Oh.
Literally everything. Yun na lang talaga. And she did tell me na gustong-gusto niya ring masubukan. But right now, their setter just scored. That's Chams Kaole.
Well, you like the psyche, no, of strong group here in this match so far. I mean, they're playing relaxed. This is what you want to see.
6-all. Service for Joy Onofre. That's low. Gotta avoid that.
Yeah, these are the things, you're right, they have to avoid because it's such a great start for a strong group. So don't wreck that by committing these unforced errors.
Just saw some Cool Smashers who will be taking a breather for today. Oh, that sails inside for Bernadette Pons. And she will send us to the first technical timeout, 8-6. Cool Smashers are riding on an 18-game winning streak. It's been that long since we have seen them lose a match. Let's see if FGA can actually give us some magic in this matchup. Galanza,
Yeah,
cross.
you know, when you think about it now, what if Strong Group can win a set? You know, that's the first short-term goal for Strong Group.
Ball deflected. SGA moving oh so well. Cross court again. Pons puts it up. Back to Gemma. Down the line, straight to zone number 1.
Well, when you need a point, you see Gemma Galanza, chances are you'll go to Gemma Galanza.
Let's see her numbers. Gemma Galanza is the second best scorer of Creamline so far with 35. But Tots Carlos is on another island, by the way, with 59 already approaching this matchup. Negrito, back to Gemma.
I like that, another island.
Gemma again. That's wide.
Well, you like the blockers there, you know, intimidating that shot. Gemma went for a tough cross and misses the line. Oh.
Challenge, ball in, ball out. The first for today. Just to recap to everybody, Creamline is still undefeated, 3-0, having defeated Farmfresh, Akari, and Galleries. They once had a 36-34 set versus Farmfresh. That was actually their season opener, their conference opener inside the Araneta Coliseum. Let's see what happened. Yeah, that's out.
Coach Sherwood just smiled.
On the other end, for Strong Group, they lost to Petrogas, Cheritigo, and Capital One. They've won a set so far in our conference, a third set win versus Capital One in their previous outing. Shika Espinosa, service in. Negrito opens up. Galanza again. Shika with the dig. Ooh, late chase. And now let's go back to Sam Corrales.
I want to give a quick update on Pangs Panaga. I got to talk to Coach Carlo about this because Pangs is not suited up for Creamline. She didn't actually warm up with the team earlier, but he did tell me that he just wants to give a chance to other players to step up and see action. He assured me that there are no injuries that we have to be worried about and that Pangs will be used in their upcoming games. Back to you.
So that answers our curiosity for Pangs Panaga. Thank you, Sam. It is the luxury that Creamline has in terms of his depth. I can only imagine how competitive the training sessions are.
Yeah, I agree to your point. That's why, you know, Creamline has constantly been improving because of that.
Now it's a service ace for Chums Kaole, the setter of SGA.
Boy, it's Strong Group not allowing Creamline to pull away as they normally do.
I remember the last time that we covered Strong Group, na himay-himay din natin yung pwede nilang goals eh. You can surpass this point total in a set. They have reached a couple of 20-point marks already in a conference as Kyle Negrito scores with a 1-2.
Playing it smart. That element of surprise.
Oh, there was literally a big hole in the middle of the defense of SGA. Full rotation, full front line. Almost another ace for Kyle. The score is 11-9. Chance ball for Creamline. There's a whistle blown. Violation for Strong Group.
Yeah, another wasted opportunity for Strong Group because although it was an out-of-system set, you know, you could have given a better one, you know, for you to at least have a fighting chance in earning that point.
So we're back with Kyle. 3 excellent sets so far to her name. That serve goes long.
Yeah, good eye by Espinosa letting that go.
There's Tots Carlos. We did mention on another island. 44% attack efficiency, by the way, for Tots.
And she continues to impress the volleyball world here in our country, at least.
Same goes for MG. Whether it's from the right or from the left pin, she can score.
And so far you can see Michelle Gumabao, she's targeting the cross. You see a lot of that. But I wouldn't be surprised if she starts, when the blockers adjust, she'll start going down the line.
Let's see if SGA can read that as well. Reblesa sending it to the back. Nice dig by Gemma. And here's MG. Cross again. It's in.
You know, we always say every time she plays, coming off the bench or not, I mean, her percentages, her efficiency is really so high, right? I mean, she's such a reliable player.
Well, she was the best scorer of Creamline with 10 points in their previous outing. Came off the bench in the first 2 sets and started in set number 3. Combination! The ball goes straight to Naringo, which means there was no more save.
No more, no way.
What a strong hit by Bernadette Pons.
Yeah, that's a great combination play by Creamline, you know? I mean, that's a perfect set also by Negrito.
Kaole onto the quick. Good block by Creamline. Back set this time. Rebleza tipping it over. De Leon, good instincts. Kaole to the open. Lefty hit. Redwell, BDL, and MG. Wow, what a front line for Creamline. 16-10, second technical timeout. Awesome live sports viewing is guaranteed with Signal yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Switch now and get up to 3 months with no cash out. Visit www.signal.tv/switch for more details. We shall continue with Strong Group Athletics versus the Creamline Cool Smashers. Our defending champions with Gemma Galanza getting ready to serve. They're up by 6. 16-10 in set number 1.
Yeah, for Strong Group, you're hoping this technical timeout will help your cause. Oh, but an ace. Only because, remember, not so long ago, we were saying they're doing a good job in not letting Creamline pull away. As we said that, look at the score right now. It's 17-10.
Biggest lead extended for Gemma Galanza and company. She just scored her 3rd point. Chase there. Mel put it up. Now a chance ball for Creamline. It's VDL. Met at the net. Now Ella sends it to the right. MG.
Oh, good dig.
That's by Shika Espinosa. Back to the open. Dolly Verzosa. That was out.
Just a little bit more top spin on that.
18-10, Creamline.
So now it's an 8-point advantage. After it was back and forth up until the 10th point.
Exactly. Remember, we were saying it was close.
And that's an easy one for Bea De Leon.
Well, it's an overpass, and if you have Bea De Leon at the net, you know she's going to punish that.
That's her first point in this game. Timeout for Coach Onyok.
Madali na naman eh. Kahit hindi naman maganda yung pasa, basta itaas nyo lang. Kaya namang habulin ng setter yan eh. Kayang gawa ng parang. Pwede naman tayo mag-back row attack eh. Ay, ibalik nyo yung pasa.
Let's go, Ates. Go lang. Let's go. Paikot lang tayo ulit. Balik lang. Kaya lang.
Dikit yung bola, laki na sa harapan.
Let's go. Kalma lang. Coverage tayo. Jump shot. Just say ayaw sa let's go. Hello, guys. Hey, strong.
Good news mga kapatid, mapapanood na rin tayo ngayon sa pinakabagong free-to-air channel na talaga namang para sa Pinoy, ang RPTV. Tutok na sa Analog TV Channel 9, DTT Channel 19 at sa higit 300 cable at satellite providers nationwide at sa Signal Play. 19-10, Gemma Galanza serves. Not the best of receives. After all, SGA is dead last in the league in terms of receiving. And Creamline again maximizes the #1 spiking team in the whole of the PVL.
Speaking of maximizing, Kyle Negrito is maximizing Bernadette Pons here in the first set, really giving her touches, and she has been delivering.
An 8-0 run for Creamline, and Pons now has 6 points to her name.
I'm sure she leads all scorers so far.
That's twice the output of MG and Gemma Galanza. And now, the score of Creamline is twice the output of Strong Group as Suraslan checks in for the first time.
Well, if you're a strong group, you want them to receive better, because when they were receiving well and digging well, the score was pretty close. Then when they started this miscues, that's when the problem started.
There you go. A better reception leading onto a hit from the middle.
Boy, these individual talents you really want to appreciate, you know, if you're a follower of Strong Group, because you can see that's the future of Strong Group right there.
And it all started with a substitution. Raslan got the receive, and the first point for Onofre was delivered. Back set. And that is a point for Creamline, with Dich Rodriguez scoring for the first time. Good to have her, by the way, in indoor volleyball.
Substitution for Creamline, number 5, Santo. Number 10, Pao Soriano.
More substitutions on the side of the Cool Smashers.
It's Pao Soriano checking in for the first time. There was also a change in setters. Bea Bonafe is in. Ooh, tough dig. Bea sends it back to Pons.
The dig.
And here's the counter. Raslan. Nice top spin there. How about the follow through?
It was a very deep, I would say a very deep top spin for her. It caught even the great defender, Gemma Galanza, by surprise.
Strong Group gladly takes that point. 12 serving 21. Soriano denied. Coverage was there. Pons again. Hole in the middle. Good save by Raslan, and a chance ball for Creamline. They send it back to Pao, who sends it to Coach Onyok. But there was a touch.
I mean, it was already a hitting error, but before the ball could land, a net violation. That's gotta hurt for a Strong Group.
Joy Onofre. One can only wonder what's going through her mind right now. Can they recover?
Wow.
It's a service ace for Deej.
You know, the talent that Creamline has, really. We're talking about a player coming off the bench, scoring 2 straight points, one off an attack, one off a serve.
Rodriguez, how about that serve? Just out on that second try.
13, 23.
Barely missed the corner.
Now serving, Joy Onofre.
But you said beach volleyball player.
Yep.
Okay.
And she's been there for the longest time. To my knowledge, even longer than Bernadette Pons and Cici Rondina. As Pao Soriano scores in the middle.
Well, for the volleyball fans who followed, you know, Philippine volleyball, Pao Soriano is obviously no stranger. You've seen her playing for other teams before, bringing championships, and then now you're so happy she gets to play for Creamline.
She just gave Creamline an 11 set points, and now it's done. There's a miscue for SGA, 25-13.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you don't want to see after a great start from Strong Group.
Again, it was back and forth up until the 10th point. And then there came an 8-0 run. Bernadette Pons leads the way with 6 points.
Well, she got her touches, we have to say, and why not? She has a hot hand, really.
So that concludes set number 1, Creamline winning it by 12. The first set was concluded in 22 minutes of play. Creamline just pulling away 25-13. Noreen, how are they able to do it?
I would say Creamline just played their normal Creamline brand of volleyball. Kylie Negrito really, again, at the helm of all that. Doing combination plays, giving other people chances to score, you know, distributing the ball. But that's normal. At the start of the set, we have to say, Strong Group, they looked like they were playing loose. They were fighting for every point. But then, the miscues started happening. That's where they found themselves in a hole, you know, and they couldn't dig themselves out of that. So I feel the communication is a huge factor, and you want to improve on that in the second set. Look at the attacks, 13-8 in favor of Creamline. Blocks aces. Boy, 4 errors for Creamline.
Yeah, that's quite rare. We usually see more errors from the side of the Cool Smashers. So it's just unfortunate because if you're Strong Group, you can also argue you shot yourself on your own foot.
Yeah.
And for Creamline, by the way, we've seen 7 different scorers. But now they have Tots Carlos and Eliza Valdez appearing for the first time. As Tots Carlos immediately scores.
It's like you just switch on and switch off. Tots Carlos here, switch on. Score, 1 point. Stat 1. Oh, Eliza Valdez in front. Stat 1.
And now it's Gemma Galanza serving. Ball up by Chica Espinosa. Chased by Kaole. Going to Verzosa. Nice dig.
Yeah.
Looked very smooth. And there you go. 2 points for Tots Carlos.
Stat 2. No, I mean, it's such a given. I mean, we did say what's the winning streak of Creamline?
18.
18. Okay, 18 game winning streak. We're joking about it, but it is true. 18 games, so you know how good they are. For a strong group, that's expected. You see Tots Carlos in. You just want the challenge. You want the blockers there, whether or not you get a stuff block, you just want to try the challenge.
Thoughts again. Over the blockers. Good save by strong group. It's Verzosa, quite low, but that sails in off of the block.
Good effort. You know, we have to applaud her effort. It was a vertical leap, no proper approach. She tried to get through, but yes, Creamline is the 4th best blocking team, so you expect that. So coverage has to be there.
Galanza serves. A chase again for Chums. Rebleza sending it through.
Oh,
And a scramble. Another point for Creamline.
these surprise over balls that are not too tough. These are what strong group has to take advantage. Treat it as a free ball, meaning when you're in defending, you have to know where to go. You know, you're not just surprised. Oh, the ball's there. We're out of position. That's it. You have to adjust.
Oh, chance ball now for Creamline. They send it to the middle, and that's Bea De Leon flexing after she scores.
Not the strongest of hits, but they will take it. And this is one connection the Bea De Leon fans are excited to see when they get comfortable with that. The Grito De Leon connection. We're going to see a lot of strong hits.
How about the start? 5-0 for Creamline as Yumi Furukawa looks to make a change. Tip by Eli Cerdena. Chance ball. They send it to the Phenom. And that's another point for Elisa Valdez.
Second point.
Second point.
Right? I mean, case in point, we were saying as we were talking about it. Stat 1, stat 2, it is going to happen. So, the defense of strong group, just again, you want to be ready.
Another chance ball for Creamline. Negrito. There you go. There's the connection being established once more. As now we shall establish or re-establish our connection with Sam Corrales.
Yes, Noreen, you just mentioned that Creamline is a good blocking team. Well, I got to speak to Joy Onofre, the middle blocker of SGA, and she told me that it is part of her role to not only work on net defense, but also put up some points as well. Now, to prepare against Creamline, she said that they had an individual viewing to study the different possible scenarios that they can expect, and they're expecting fast plays, and that's exactly what they focused in training. Now, let's check into this timeout and see how can they adapt and adjust in the second set and if they can turn things around.
I can only imagine, Noreen, when you're preparing for Creamline, it's a busy week preparing your defense at the net and on the floor as well.
Well, obviously they've got their work cut out for them, but that is part of the game. You know, you're a new team, you're playing against the defending champ, so it is a tough mountain.
And remember,
Climb.
for SGA, they were only together for quite a while before the conference started. So, fast forward yung kanilang adjustment sa sistema. Now, Espinosa will send it back to the left for Zosa. Good chance for Creamline. Elisa. Nice save there. For Zosa again. And finally, strong group scores in set number 2.
And in Sam's report in the pregame, she did mention that Dolly Versosa excited to go up against Tots Carlos, Eliza, because of their way of playing. And it's nice to see. You know, she gets that kill off of Tots, actually, in Bea De Leon.
Just unfortunate from Mayor Haukulan. That will send us to the first technical timeout. It is a 7-point advantage for Creamline. Arena Plus, Astig sa Sports. We shall continue with Creamline and the Strong Group Athletics in set number 2, their matchup in the PVL All-Filipino Conference. This is Mix Gomez, by the way, alongside Naringo and Sam Corrales reporting for duty. Strong Group struggling a lot more here in set number 2. Nareen, let's talk about Creamline for a while. Now they have this rotation on the floor, a couple of veterans, Eliza Valdez, of course, bannering for the Cool Smashers. When it comes to combinations for them through the years, did it actually matter to you na ito yung magkakasama, may ganitong changes for Creamline, or did you always have that impression na kung sino man yung nandyan, they will be able to perform for the Cool Smashers?
That's a good question, but I would say the way they play would actually answer that. Because you did say a lot of changes through the years, you know, change in rotation. However, I believe it is really the coaching of Coach Sherwin and the coaching staff. You have to appreciate what they do with the talent that's given them, and they make them better.
There you go.
You know, it doesn't matter who's there. Case in point for me is Tots Carlos, coming off UP. I don't think they even made it to the Final Four. When Creamline got her, look where she is right now. That is Sherwin Meneses, I would say. She brought out the talent, the raw talent of Tots, and made her a superstar.
There you go. Thank you for that answer. Very beautiful, Nareen. Soriano tried to score to no avail, and here's the counter. Verzosa, not the best of hits. Tots Carlos.
Good cover.
Now it's Eliza. Cross! The dig sails onto the other end. It's tight. But Negrito still able to send it through. Kaole will choose the middle. And there's no connection there for SGA.
Yeah, but what about the defense of Strong Group? You know, 2 digs, one off of Tots, one off of Eliza Valdez. That's not easy, but they're working hard.
10-1 now. Bea De Leon gets ready to serve. 3 points to her name, all from attacks. 2 coming in the set. Received by Licauco, attacked in the middle. Good chance for Creamline. They send it back to Eliza. Quite low. At the net, there's a push. Counter with Tots. Wow, great effort by Jean. Regalo, Shika puts it up. Licauco, back to Joy. Chance ball. Gemma, Kyla, Tots. Nice dig, the rally continues. And here's Dolly. Just wide. Very unfortunate for SGA.
Well, but we see another aspect of the game of SGA, right? Their defense, they're defending well, they're digging well. It's just that they just can't convert those great defense into offense.
There's a smile from Chums Kaole. They've been trying so hard. Let's see if they can actually score. Bit of a chase, back set. Furukawa. Somebody touched the net. Apparently, it's Yumi.
I think it's a follow through that clipped the tape of the net.
And there won't be any challenge from Coach Onyok Gitigan. Furukawa checks out, and Juster Bleza will return. 12-1.
Well, Creamline pulling away here in the second set. Strong start and not looking back.
Misreceive. Chance ball again. It's Soriano. Straight to Shika. Tough save there. No more for Kaole.
Well, we've seen that again. I would say we've seen that through the years. Pao Soriano so happy that she's getting the sets. She'll take it. She'll take the point.
This match is the biggest lead of Creamline in this game. 12 points, 13-1. Espinosa receives, and here's Dolly. Good coverage by Kaole. Now it's just. Not much power there to counter. Tots Carlos off of the blockers.
You know, Kylie Negrito, she is maximizing really this rotation, moving the ball from side to side, from wing to wing, and then you have the center. Really, the blockers have to work double time, and they're really having a difficult time.
Biggest lead now at 13. Back set to Just. Was there a check or not? Looks like there wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, SGA has to regain its composure as we get this double sub. So it's Bonafé checking in alongside. Oh, that's Riza, right?
Riza man dapat.
Been a while. Good to see her again.
Boy, Bea De Leon's been serving forever.
Dolly Verzosa. Bea with the dig.
Oh,
Now it's Valdez who will give up a free ball. In SGA maximize. Team captain Dolly Verzosa straight to zone number 5.
boy, that found the line there. That should boost their confidence. I mean, they worked hard for that point, as always, and Dolly Versosa gets that.
Dolly will be serving. She has 3 points to her name.
What a tough ball to get, wherever that was.
Ooh, pampawi agad mula kay Pao Soriano. Second technical timeout. 16-2 in favor of Creamline. Our statistician here, Arvin Estabilo, just mentioned to us that Creamline already has 16 points in the set against the 2 of SGA, and they still haven't committed any errors. Very clean, Noreen.
Well, that's why they're at 16-2, commanding lead, is because it's such a flawless game. Yeah, and everyone is contributing when given the opportunity.
Let's see if they can continue. So we have Bea Bonafé, who came off the bench in all 3 sets in their previous outing, serving that ball in. Nice receive. And there you go. Because of that, the middle blocker was activated.
Well, coming off that second technical timeout, again, the technical timeouts have been advantageous to a strong group.
There's the product of Coach Edgar Paroga from RTU and Coach Emil Lontok of LPU. Joy Nofre with a point. And there's Riza Mandapat on the other end, answering back.
Stat 1.
Stat 1 for Riza.
So has everyone scored? That's not a libero and a setter?
Let me count.
No way.
10 players have scored for Creamline. Except Sato, De Jesus, Atienza, Bonafé. So it's just Sato
Okay.
na hindi pa nakaka-score outside of setters and liberos. Shika sends it through. Good chance for Creamline. Met at the net. Kaole back to Espinosa. Valdez keeping it alive.
Good save.
Chance ball. Eliza gives it up with a smile. Slide! And that's in for Baltizanzo.
Well, that always merits a smile. When you're the one who received and then for some reason the second ball touch was given back to you and the third ball, I received it. Can somebody else put it over? We are 6 inside the court.
4 serving 17. Nice receive by Atienza. Opposite hit. Rebleza keeps it alive. Now to the open. How about the defense by Eliza? Cross court. Nope. Shika off speed. Soriano keeps it up. Now it's Gemma. Bit tight there. She was still able to send it through. And Shika Espinosa able to prevail against 2 blockers.
And they celebrate, and with just cause there, getting through the blockers.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin', ang pasalubong ng bayan. Espinosa, you can feel na medyo napagod na rin siya after that sequence. But again, there's that smile from Shika. Attack from the middle. Nice block by SGA. Back set. Mandapat couldn't score. A chance to counter. Back row for Rebleza. Valdez with another dig. Now Bea onto Galanza. That's out.
Yeah, too much oomph in that hit.
6-17.
I love it when you use that. The term
Oomph. Oomph.
6-17.
Okay, I'll use juice the next time.
Chance ball. Kaole back to Shika. Atienza giving it back to her setter, and Galanza will give up a chance. Kaole onto the middle. So that's two setters practically for SGA. Gemma Galanza making them pay.
And she hasn't been getting the sets that she likes. Huh? I mean, you said it earlier, that was far. She had to stretch for that drop. And then it was slow. And then finally she gets a set that she likes. She just puts that on the ground.
18-6, that's short. Way short for Pau, who knew it. Quick apology to Coach Sherwin, who said it's all good. We're up by 11. And there's Bea De Leon. 7 serving 18. Shika Espinosa. The product of TIP sends that ball long.
But what I like about Chica Espinosa, I've seen her when she was still playing for UP, then she transferred to TIP. And then we'd see her in other teams. We know that she can play. No doubt about it. But here in this conference, she started out shaky, but now look at the way she's playing. She's playing at a consistent level.
I remember that narrative when we covered them 2 games back. She hasn't scored a lot. Then again, at least the points are piling up for her. She is the second leading scorer of Strong Group with 18 coming into this matchup. Had 8 versus Capital 1. Set 2 block points, 2 for Strong Group and 0 for Creamline. But the Cool Smashers are up by 13. That's hard, even for Gemma.
She has been given these kinds of sets here in set number 2. And she still manages to come up with a smile.
Well, that is the theme after all for Creamline. Good vibes all the way.
Yeah.
Full front line for Cole. And here's Gemma Galanza. No more save for Shika Espinosa.
Well, that's a better set for Gemma Galanza. And after all the hard sets she's been getting, she makes no mistake in this one.
There's the smile. Galanza now at the back row. Verzosa over receives, and that's a very easy ball for the Phenom.
Probably the easiest point she'll get. Overpass.
That's 4 points all in the set for Eliza Valdez. 22 serving 8 now. Here's Gemma. Ball up by Shika. Kaole. Dali, yes, against Eliza Valdez.
Right? Early on, she had one against Tots Carlos and now against Eliza Valdez.
I wonder if she's feeling something good right now. Pero kasi,
For sure.
pag ganun, even though you're running with adrenaline, naisip mo pa rin talaga yun, no?
I'm sure.
Bea De Leon. Rebleza. Back to Dali. Covered herself there. Kaole. Dali again. Look at her try against these tall blockers. Back row for Gemma. Miss hit.
Yeah, we saw that wrist action. Kind of a miss hit, like you said.
Coach Sherwin still very calm at the sideline. It is, after all, a 12-point advantage for the Cool Smashers. Here's Mer Hakulan with a serve. PVL tips it over. Oh, that's hard for Mer.
Well, that was off the blockers. Bea De Leon just gets the point.
Bea has 5 to her name. There's the other Bea in Bea Bonafé. in front of Bea De Leon. 3 attack points for BDL.
What a serve.
Push from the middle. Chance ball again. Alyssa Valdez got the deflection. Kaole to the left. Verzosa down the line target. It sailed wide.
Well, you did say, you know, she's trying against the much taller blockers from Creamline. She has success sometimes, and then she commits an error sometimes. But again, you like the fight in her. When you look at them physically in front of you, it's like David against Goliath.
Yeah. 14 set points. Here's David. Oh, she prevails.
Here's David.
Had to say it, Doreen. I've had some conversations with a couple of people about Dolly Verzosa in the tournament. And of course, you feel good for her. This could be her tryout, not only for Strong Group, but for other teams as well in the PVL. That's a block point for SGA.
That's why we're saying it. Every time you step out on court, it's an opportunity. You know, I mean, you may not win games, but what if other teams get you,
Yeah.
player movement, and then you fit in better. So there's always a purpose.
Valdez, hole in the middle. Shika saves it. Kaole onto Joss. There's a net touch. That's another set point saved by Strong Group.
But I think it's a better score than how we started 13-1, remember?
Yep.
But now it's 24-13, so from there, they scored 10 points.
Receive for Lai. Oh, that works for Creamline. It's Pao Soriano who will end set number 2.
I'm sure she misses playing.
So it's the same tally to set number 1, 25-13. But now we shall feature Tots Carlos, who, after being inserted, just scored immediately.
And Coach Owen said, that's enough. Go back to the bench and give others a chance.
25-13, 25-13 so far. We're back inside the Field Sports Arena in Pasig City for Creamline versus Strong Group. So we have identical scores of 25-13 in the first two sets. Almost the same duration as well, 22 and 23 minutes respectively. So Noreen, what was the difference between the first two sets?
It's funny. Remember in the pregame we talked about their standing. Creamline is 3-0, Strong Group is 0-3, mirror image. What happened in the first set and in the second set, mirror image. The first set started out close and then Creamline pulled away. The second set, mirror image. They pulled away and then SGA just scored a bit more points to equal what they, or the output they had in the first set. But pretty much Creamline, doesn't matter who you put in, they're just playing well. What about the setting of Negrito? But let's praise the defense of Strong Group. Towards the end of that second set, it started working, and that's what you want to see. Let's look at some numbers here. Attacks pretty huge, 16-7, blocking by 1, and errors. You mentioned not so long ago that it was 0 at what, 13 points when they were 13, ba? Something like that, no? When Creamline
16.
16, they had 0 errors, and then they had 5 to end the second set. But still, you know, that's forgivable because it's a dominant second set, 25-13.
And they have less errors than SGA.
SGA average. First set 7, second set 7 again.
Ayun ang average nila. There you go. No more math needed. So we thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez with Noreen Go and Sam Corrales at your service for the first game today. Later on, we have two very hungry teams, by the way. One of them will finally get a victory in the All-Filipino Conference. Galleries Tower taking on the next-led Chameleons. And there you see Shika Espinosa and the rest of Strong Group. You did mention they ended set number 2 relatively well. So they're better. So there could be some momentum for them here in set number 3.
That's what you're hoping, no, for SGA. Because when their defense is working, you can see, you know, the talent they have to convert. So you just want them to do that consistently throughout the match.
And here's Cal Negrito with 8 excellent sets to her name. Nice serve. Rebleza met at the net. How about that dive by Ella De Jesus? Rodriguez back in the game. Kaole puts it up. Licauco to Verzosa. And she targeted zone number 1.
Well, we did mention a couple of games back that she's a 2-time best outside hitter in the NC. So we know her talent, obviously, and she's showing us what she can do. She can play it smart, go over the blocker, find the hole.
That's 6 points now in this game for Dolly Verzosa, but there's a service error coming from Mer Haukulan.
Definite no-no.
And now we have Bernadette Pons, who started things off with a scoring for this game.
What a serve.
Back set. Rebleza. That goes through, and there's a chase. Good effort, but not enough for Creamline. As now we take this time to listen in to Sam Corrales.
You're right, down 13-1 in that previous set. Strong Group really tried to cut the lead down of their opponents in the last part of the match, but unfortunately not getting that set still. So I asked Dolly Verzosa, their team captain, how she stays resilient as the leader of the team. She said there's no pressure from her to produce points, but she says as a representative of the team, she has to do her best to uplift her teammates. And for Dolly, she hopes na kapag nakita daw ng teammates niya na pumupunto siya, sana ma-inspire din sila to do the same. I also asked her about an assessment of the team so far, and she said they're all on the same boat, still adapting to a new system since they all come from different teams. Now let's see how this plays out in today's game. You can catch the PVL on Pilipinas Live for 149 pesos a month, available for Filipinos everywhere in the world. Back to you, Noreen and Migs.
Thank you, Sam. I love that report because it talked about the leadership of Dolly Verzosa. I did also have a conversation with her about her leadership, and she said, yes, she's used to being the team captain. Ganun din siya nung college. But now it's different. She's with pros. Diba? Hindi ganun kadali. Of course, trying to lead some players who might be older than her, some players who might have more experience than her. But there you go. The challenge continues for Dolly.
Oh, yeah. But that, you know, that is the fact that in the pro league you will have different origins, right? You will be coming from different organizations. So if you're the team captain, you have to command respect.
No dig there for Dolly Verzosa. That's another point for Creamline. It's now 3-all in set number 3. Chums opens up. And Shika will score.
Boy, really a bright spot for strong group. Espinosa has been, has been consistent today.
That's 5 points now for Shika Espinosa. Following her 8-point output versus Capital One in 4 sets. Nice receive by Pons. Risa tried to score to no avail. And here's Shika again. Kyla sends it to Alyssa. Outside. Check or not. Do we have a challenge?
We have a challenge for Creamline for block touch.
There you go. Block touch challenge. This is only what? Challenge number 2 in this match?
Yeah.
But is there anybody admitting to it already? We do have the fair play card.
It took a while. It took a while for them to admit, but Liza Valdez was actually looking already. He touched it. Admit it. Come on.
Nahiya na sila kay Alyssa.
Oh.
Fair play moment. And again, usually the team, or maybe even the player who has the most fair play cards by the end of the tournament gets a cash prize. As now, Mayor Hakulan just scored.
And like the first set, another great start for a strong group. Again, it's stemmed from defense, really. When their defense is working, you see now that these players are more comfortable with offense.
5-4, SGA with the lead here. Verzosa recalculated, but that's not the best of hits.
Yeah, wasted opportunity because that was a great dig by Espinosa. But look at the facial expression of Coach Gatigan. I mean, he's pretty pleased with the way the girls are playing here so far.
Risa Sato still hasn't scored. She should be the last one na inaantay ng Creamline na pumuntos.
Yeah.
Outside of setters and liberos as Bernadette Pons scores again. She now has 7.
Yeah, that's just a smart hit. Looking at the defense, looking at who is the smaller blocker, so she goes cross-court.
6-5.
She saw Jaukulan.
Haukulan. Mer Haukulan. Back with Risa. Shika receives. And here's Dolly. Met at the net. Good coverage by Jean Licauco. Push. And the chance. Negrito onto Pau. Nice dig by Shika. 1-2. Yes, ma'am. Good read by Chums Kaole.
Well, we always say you have to credit that point or have that point to Espinosa.
That move is brought to you by Honda Motorcycle. So, 0.5 for Shika and 0.5 for Chums.
Only if you could.
Pull up by Pons. She gets it back. It's a basic tic-tac-toe for her.
And that's so basic. Like you said, we've seen that for so many years when she was with FEU. You know, that differential, that combi play by FEU, and she was the one scoring.
7 serving 6. Creamline with the advantage. Running serve. Nice receive by Shika Espinosa. Nobleza got some blockers there. Now Creamline will send it to Pons. Great return by Mayor.
Oh, good save.
Chance ball for SGA. Back set to Just. Dug up by Alyssa. Over dig though. And it's Verzosa. Challenging 2 blockers and she prevails.
Well, both teams working hard in terms of defense, but yeah, Verzosa gets that through the blockers. Great set there, we have to say. Look, just one blocker was established.
Gotta love that celebration. The smile coming from the captain. 7-all. Bernadette Pons will be the one sending us to the first technical timeout. The top scorer for Creamline, she now has 9. Arena Plus Astig Sports. And now we continue your coverage for the Heart of Volleyball, the premier volleyball league in its All-Filipino Conference for 2024. Strong group, scored 13 points in the first set, and they did the same in set number 2. So if we would go back to that mindset of setting shorter term goals for SGA, that could be a boundary for them if they can go over 13 in this set.
Yeah. And again, you know, they have to be pretty happy with the way they're playing here in the third set because, again, their defense working.
Ooh, right on cue. Bernadette Pons has been on a tear, by the way.
And you did mention, I mean, she started out this game pretty strong for Creamline.
So that's 6 points in the opening set. Then she rested. Then she got back. Now it's 4 points here in set number 3.
Another shank pass for SGA.
Kyle will choose. Ooh, not the best of executions for Creamline. Chance on the other end. Baldi Sanso could not reach for that ball.
Tit for tat, but you gotta love Ella De Jesus keeping that ball in play, saving that miscue, but strong group could not do the same.
10-7 now. Bernadette Pons, 10 points, and that's her third ace.
What a serve.
But they have a challenge. Ball in, ball out. It all happened so fast.
We have to ask Bernadette Pons what she thinks. Is that
After Pons, Eliza has 6. BDL and Gemma Galanza have 5 each. Tots Carlos and Pau Soriano have 4 each. Deej Rodriguez has 3. Same goes for MG. It's a nice day for Kyle Negrito. And we're still waiting if she can activate Risa Sato. As Eliza Valdez gets her 7th point.
as you say that, Risa Sato gets to the front in the rotation.
Serving for the Cool Smashers, Pau Soriano.
Pau Soriano will now be serving. That's in. Licauco receives. Push to the left. And was there a check? The answer is no.
No. I mean, happened right in front of us. She found her approach. She mistimed her approach. She found herself directly beneath that ball.
Now we have Jana Kane checking in for the first time. Blue Eagle joining another Blue Eagle in Jean Licauco. Tough receive. That's just Ribleza met at the net, and that's a point for Creamline.
Okay, you gotta double
Was that
check.
Risa?
Yeah, I know.
Was that Risa Sato? Oh, even our statisticians are trying to make sure right now. It is Risa Sato, so everybody except for setters and the liberos have scored already. Jana Kane also now gets into the scoring column. Oh no, actually it's just a net touch.
Violation, yeah, on Rodriguez. But I like that. I mean, Kane coming off the bench. Pau Soriano immediately targeted her with her serve, but she was able to get it. And now, I mean, she created that.
Rodriguez going cross. Verzosa puts it up. Mel clearing everybody. And a chance ball. Negrito onto the slide. Signature, Risa Sato.
Well, a lot of the fans and even us, we were looking for that. And Risa Sato gets her 2nd point.
14-9 now. Despite that the set is brought to you by Dunkin, ng pasalubong ng bayan. Received by Jean. Chum sends it left. Jana, it's long. She asked for a check, but she won't get it.
A subtle look at the first referee check. And then no, she looked away.
Lead now starting to balloon. Much like what happened in set number 1. Misreceive. Jana will push. Creamline to maximize. Slide again. Licauco keeping it alive. From the back, it's just another chance. Negrito now to Alyssa. Bit tight. Almost crossed. Counter by Jana. Bounces off. Negrito, back row. Pons. Good defense by SGA. Another push. Another chance. Deej, straight to the back.
Great defense by Strong Group.
Jana, rejected. Good coverage by Jean. Kane sends it through. What a rally. Another chance. Sato, Negrito, Valdez. Nice block. Kyle recalculates. Chance on the other end.
Oh, good save.
Back row for Dolly. It's Sato who couldn't reach for that ball.
Boy, you have to give it to Strong Group. They worked so hard for that 1 point. So how precious that point is for Strong Group.
Now, can they actually build on with some momentum off of that sequence? Baldizanzo serves.
Serve.
Nice receive. And it's Alyssa against 2 blockers. It's an attack error.
11 serving 15.
11 serving 15. Can Strong Group continue here? Ball up by Pons. Chase for Negrito. And it's Deej. Rejected. Kyle looks and sets. Alyssa. Pambawi. Deflection. Chums. Back set to Just. From the back.
Whoa, good
Miscue. No more save for Kyle.
Again, that's a perfect example that doesn't have to be the strongest hit. You know, a point is a point, just enough top spin. Look at the way the ball just tipped with the help of the net.
Yep. Causing the confusion on the side of Creamline.
Look at that reaction.
SGA 1 point away from meeting its output in the first 2 sets, and now it's a service error that will send us to the second technical timeout. Arena Plus, Stigs Sports. We are continuing your coverage for the PVL All-Filipino Conference. It's Strong Group taking on Creamline before we proceed with Galleries Tower, the High Risers taking on the next-led Chameleons. 2 teams who haven't won as well, much like Strong Group in our campaign so far. That should be good, Noreen, the next game.
Today, actually, the 3 teams that have yet to barge into the win column is seeing action. But luckily for Next Led and what's the other one? Next Led and Galleries. They're playing against each other, so one will get their first win today.
And unfortunate for Strong Group because they're going up against the defending champions, no less. Alyssa Valdez, 7 points to her name. Received by Licauco. Attack from the middle. Nope. Chance ball for Creamline. Bonifaz sends it to Risa Sato, who scored immediately.
I love the attitude of Haukulan. Not the tallest of middle blockers, but she's embracing her role and really just trying to challenge the Creamline offense.
Oh, misreceived by Jana Kane. Will this be a long stretch for the Phenom?
Well, Well, she is known for her serve. Remember, ever since she was with Ateneo.
8 points now for Eliza Valdez, catching up on Bernadette Pons. Now we have Shika Espinosa back in the game. She's been playing fairly well.
Good dive.
Versosa sends it through. De Jesus puts it up. Boniface. Back set.
Oh!
Tough dig. Chase.
Oh!
And a point for Riza Mandapat.
Boy, you love the effort of a strong group there. But yeah, Riza Mandapat showing us that, what's that, nostalgic? It's like she's back with NU.
7-point advantage. Timeout SGA.
Kasi pag sabihin, hindi niya alam gagawin niya.
Sige.
Akala ko ba nanonood kayo? O di, ano?
Ilangat natin yung score.
Ano yung game para nakikita niyo kung anong gagawin niyo?
Sagad tayo. Gigi lang.
Basta agad kayo, yung blocking niyo, nakaiiwan kayo. Ha? Pasa ulit.
Pasa. Tapos set ng play.
May nabibigay sa 4 ha? Sa 4.
Angat natin yung score.
Read lang. Tao sa block.
I'm sure Coach Shonyok managed his expectations coming into the season, but they did say that he's feeling a lot more comfortable in their training sessions and he's able to establish better connections now with his players. That's good to hear, especially now that they're, what, a month in together?
Yeah. And that could be the strength, you know. What we're seeing is they're focusing a lot on floor defense, and it's showing in today's game. And they're playing against no less the defending champ. So they're holding their own in terms of floor defense. Can be better, obviously. A lot of improvement. But you're seeing the, a strength of this new team.
We would even hear from new coaches that there's like this standard timeline of 6 months. That's how long it takes in order to establish your system, develop the chemistry. So obviously it's a long way to go for a strong group, but we are very happy to have them with us. Down the line target. That looked really good for Bernadette Pons.
Boy, just knowing where to target. But she has been playing well today.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Her body was facing right. Then she hit down the line. Received by Licauco. SGA opens up. Nice block. Good coverage. Back row now for Shika. Straight to Bea Bonifay. Now Valdez will send it to Pons. Cross court.
Good dig.
Licauco with a dig. And here's Dolly. Cross again. Sato couldn't get to it. So they're over 13 points now.
Short-term goals. But one player whose contribution they're actually missing, we talked about her in the pregame, Onofre. Although she did ride the bench for a while, but strong group, their offense has been pretty predictable. It has been a 1-2 punch, right? Espinosa and Versosa, they get majority of the sets.
Those two combine for 14 points in this game. Their next leading scorer is Rebleza with 4 and Kaole has 3. And Kaole is their setter. There's Steve Rodriguez enjoying her time with Creamline alongside Kyle Negrito.
Well, obviously, Coach Sherwin wants to end this by putting in Negrito and a full front row. What a
Nice serve.
Yeah.
Rebleza able to score from the left pin.
And finally, another name to mention in terms of offense and points.
That's against the blocking of Deej Rodriguez. And here's Joy Onofre. Nice receive by Kyla. Kyle onto Pons. That's FEU to FEU to FEU. Off speed didn't work. Pons again. Off speed as well. Counter. Back set. To Just. And down the ball goes.
Oh, back-to-back points. Well, it's good that they acknowledge the fact that she can score another option for Coach Getigan.
It seems like they heard you, Noreen. Onofre serves. Was there a rotation error or something?
Stepping on the sideline ball.
Yeah, it's a stepping violation. Because when someone's serving, you have to be within the court. You can't be stepping on the any end line, sideline. they will call you for that.
So now it's 17-21. Misreceived. A chance for strong group. Ball up to the sky. Oh, almost a miscue. They send it to the middle. Chance on the other end. Two blockers present for SGA. Now it's Deej. Shika with the dig. They send it to the left. Verzosa going cross.
Good save.
That's by Atienza. Pons pushing through, and she gets the point.
Well, just playing it smart. You know, what you like about that drop? Once realize that, hey, whatever hits we have, there is a response from the strong group defense, so let's just play it smart here.
And she's no stranger with those varied attacks. Sa beach volleyball pa lang, wala kang choice but to be very creative. Ooh, was it in? Nope, it was out.
18 serving 22.
18-22. This is the best set for strong group.
Of course, after identical 13s in the first set and second set.
Can they reach 20?
Medium-term goal.
Unti-unti. Negrito. Tulay. Yes.
That looked pretty. Really pretty for Eliza Valdez.
23-18 Creamline.
Admired by so many. And this is why she's that good.
And she's still at it after all these years.
23-18. Licauco receives. Kaole back sets. Rebleza. Nice hit. Good save by Creamline.
That was Pons.
And a chance. Espinosa. Pons again with the dig. Back set. Deej. Hole at the back row.
It's a smart hit. Again, we say the line balls are the toughest to retrieve because defense moves forward normally. Look at that. Nobody home.
Now Pao Soriano is serving for the match. 6 match points for Creamline. That's long.
He was in a hurry.
Naramdaman niya na ang kanyang merienda. We shall continue. Still some good vibes on the side of Creamline.
And
Just Rebleza.
yeah, and strong group aiming for 20.
Negrito back sets. Deej. No more teammate there.
And no more 20.
Yeah. Creamline would gladly take this. A 25-19 victory in set number 3.
Yeah, better fight though for strong group here in the third set.
And the player that we will feature in this set should be no stranger to everybody watching Philippine volleyball. As you get to see the bows, good sportsmanship between Creamline and SGA. The Dreamers who got the opportunity to compete with some of their idols. And speaking of idols, there you go, the phenom herself.
It wasn't perfect. We saw a bit of error, but as a whole, Eliza Valdez just, for me, the way she played the third set, especially that last skill when she went down the line, she's giving back to her fans here, making her fans enjoy a bit of Eliza Valdez.
That's 5 out of her 9 points in set number 3. We'll be back to wrap this game up. It's a sweep for our defending champions who now have a 19-game winning streak in the PVL. Our best player of the game is now with Sam Corrales.
Joining me now is our best player of the game. We have Bernadette Pons of the Creamline Cool Smashers. Unang-una, congratulations dahil first time mo maging starter for Creamline this conference. Bernadette, kwento naman sa amin kung gaano kahalaga ang opportunity na ito para sa iyo.
Siyempre, sobrang laking bagay kasi yung trust na binigay ng coaches sa akin para mag-start sa loob. Pero siyempre, every game naman talaga, naka-ready naman kami kahit anong ibigay na pwesto sa amin ni coach. Naka-mindset talaga lahat.
Ano yung naging susi sa panalo ninyo today against strong group at saan ka humugot ng lakas?
Una-una, siyempre, sa family ko kasi lahat ng ginagawa ko talaga is for them. And siyempre, sa mga teammates ko din, sa hard work namin everyday. For today's game talaga, nire-remind lang kami nila coach na huwag kami magpabaya. Ilaro lang namin kung ano yung laro namin, mag-enjoy kami sa loob, and huwag kami maging complacent.
Alam mo, mahaba pa yung conference this PVL. So, nakadagdag ba ito ng confidence for you as a player?
Yes naman, every game naman, marami talagang natututunan and syempre magigain ka talaga ng confidence. So, sobrang laking bagay yung game na to para sa mga susunod pa na mga games.
Now, let's use this time na batiin ang fans ng Creamline Cool Smashers na nandito ngayon sa PhilSports Arena at nanonood sa bahay. Go ahead.
Thank you so much sa lahat ng Creamline fans na nanonood po ngayon dito sa Ultra. Alam namin na busy kayo pero binibigyan niyo pa rin kami ng time para panoorin. And sa lahat din ng mga nanonood sa mga bahay nila. And syempre, binabati ko yung family ko, kay mama, kay papa na nanonood ngayon. And sa lahat ng mga teammates ko before sa Talisay City. And yun, sa mga family ng teammates ko and also sa Creamline Management, kay Sir Joe, kay Sir Alan, kay Ma'am Rizan, kay Atty. Lily, and Sir Ron. Thank you po.
Thank you so much, Pons, and congratulations again, our player of the game, Bernadette Pons of the Creamline Cool Smashers. Back to you.
Thank you, Sam. So at some point, we thought about Pao Soriano, who had a bit of a stretch in the middle of the match, but then Bernadette Pons just really set the tone once again after she did it in the first set and then she did the same thing in the third set. Humabol din si Eliza Valdez, but ultimately you chose Bernadette Pons.
Yeah, I mean, it is really difficult to choose our player of the game when everybody has scored, when Negrito is distributing the ball well, but then you see really the impact. We talked about it earlier that the start of Bernadette Pons actually set the tone for the match. She didn't play in the second set, but when she came the third set, the same. So it just goes to show really, if you're an aspiring volleyball player, your mindset, when you are put in, you take advantage. Make the most out of that opportunity you have to play inside the court, especially if you're not normally a starter. And that should be a good lesson. Strong group for me, lesson, you can only get better and you're just showing your fans and us, they are getting better in time after every game. They played maybe not a complete Creamline squad, but still a very talented one, and they held their own, especially in the third set.
They did score 19 in set number 3, and you also commended their floor defense among everything. All right, you see the stats.
Yeah, well, the attacks, the blocks, the aces, obviously favored Creamline. That's why it's a straight set victory. But things to take away from this match for Strong Group really is take each game as it comes, each training as it comes, and just want to get better.
Okay, so for Strong Group, they are now at 0-4. Creamline is at 3-0. And they have a 19-game winning streak in the Premier Volleyball League. Up next, it's a beautiful chance for either Galleries Tower or Next Led to get their first victory of the season. Which team will go one up? That is our question as we thank you for joining us in our first game. For Sam Corrales and Ringo, my name is Mix Gomez, and we have more to come for the Heart of Volleyball, the 2024 Premier Volleyball League All-Filipino Conference.